Welcome to a harsh reality broadcast on the 10th of December 2013. Do you feel that this is the calm before the storm? I do. Indeed, this calm has been manufactured by our politicians for as long as possible. Had true capitalism prevailed, we would have had a devastating economic collapse by now. Instead, we are going to have a truly horrific collapse in the near future. The signs are already there for those that have done their research. There are so many problems converging, it is difficult to know where to start. Okay, let's start with the flawed monetary system. It is debt-based and relies on fractional reserve banking. To be honest, fractional reserve banking, even under a fiat monetary system, can work quite well. The only problem is, there is great temptation to abuse it. I am going to put my cards on the table. We can never get away from boom and bust. Boom and bust are part of the business cycle. With sensible fractional reserve banking, the busts can be manageable. However, over the last 40 years or so, the fractional reserve ratio has been highly abused by the introduction of credit cards, subprime lending, and that awful time bomb, derivatives. In a nutshell, we significantly over-leveraged. Not only have we done that with the fiat currency, we have done it with our holding of the gold reserves. You may have heard of exchange-traded funds. That is the paper promises for gold. It operates on a highly leveraged fractional reserve ratio. In other words, there is not enough physical gold in reserve to exchange the paper promises for the physical gold by factors of over 100 to 1. Let's have a look at the warning signs that are signaling an acceleration of the economic collapse. We have quantitative easing in the US at a rate of $85 billion per month. That is a rate of $32,000 per second. The US have raised the debt ceiling until the 7th of February 2014. No doubt they will try and raise the debt ceiling again on that date, therefore trying to defer reality. The baby boomers are retiring and there is simply no spare money to pay for the unfunded liabilities. This leads me to Detroit. In my opinion, there have been two recent examples of what can happen when matters become desperate. Firstly, we have the bank bail-ins in Cyprus. That was truly horrific, yet little is mentioned about it in the mainstream media. Recently, closer to home in the US, we have Detroit filing for bankruptcy under the protection of Schedule 9, and more may follow. I shall show you the article behind me. I will give you about 20 seconds to read it. These developments are very scary. At one time, pensions were considered safe. Not anymore. Indeed, in Ireland a few years ago, workers' pensions were cut. Nothing is safe anymore. The stable lifestyle we were used to is ebbing away. A new reality awaits us. We need to be prepared. Recently, Australia has been asking for its gold back. There is supposed to be a large holding of gold in the Bank of England. However, it may have been rehypothecated. That is why when reality hits, I believe that gold and silver will rise, as there will be a rush to a safe haven. Have a look at the article behind me. Hope this presentation has been informative. I appreciate that it is against a background of optimistic news in our mainstream media. But I think the facts speak for themselves.